Hello and welcome to your very first tech integration tutorial of the year. In today's lesson we are going to be working on a website called Newsela, which is just what you're looking at right now. There is a link to this website back in your Google Classroom page, so as soon as you're done watching this video you can click on it and go there. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what this website is, how we're going to use it, and then I'm going to turn you loose, and I want to keep this as short as possible, so pay attention. As third and fourth graders this year, one of the things that I'm going to expect out of you in tech integration class and anywhere else is that you are able to look at a computer screen and then find these really funny looking things down here. Look at all these weird little symbols here. Yes, these things here are called words, and when we string them together, they're called sentences. And then when you read a whole bunch of them, you can actually read like a story, and they kind of make sense. They go together. I know we're not used to doing that sometimes when we get on the computer because we like to look at pictures and click on pictures and those sorts of things. But you also need to find text on computer screens and be able to read it and interact with it. So this website, Newsela, is a fantastic way of doing that. So first things first, when you go to Newsela, you have to log yourself in. So up here in the top, you can see some things. Sign in is where we're going to go. We're going to say sign in. We get this little sign in page now. You have not been given a username or a password to Newsela because we are going to come down here and say sign in with Google. Okay, so we're going to sign in with Google. When we click that, it's going to take us to this page here, which is going to ask us if it's okay if Newsela is able to view our email address and see our basic profile information. This is something that we're going to go ahead and allow because our email address and our basic profile information is kind of public information anyways. Just about anybody can see those things. So we're going to go ahead and allow Newsela to do that. This is a decent website. It's a good website, especially for students. So we're going to go ahead and go with that. Now we're going to, I see we're going to get a little promo thing there. There we go. What you're going to do here is be able to actually go on to Newsela and kind of find some cool stuff. And so looks like I have a weird page here. So if you just click on the Newsela, you should be able to go to the home page, which is where I kind of want to go. I guess I was on the home page. All right. It's changed a little bit from last year. So what you could do here is you can actually look at, I think this is because I'm actually signed in as a teacher and not a student. So yours might look slightly different than that. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can't switch over to a student view. Okay, here we go. This is kind of what you'll see here then. So you'll see a page that looks like this. You've got articles, featured articles up at the top, some more featured articles down here, and then you can scroll down and look at latest news, different things like that. So what I want you to do is I want you to actually find something that interests you to click on and read. And so as you keep scrolling down, you'll find more and more things. Now there's also a way up here at the top. If you click on library, you can actually go into certain subjects like arts and culture, science and math, religion, philosophy, all of these different subjects here. So if I wanted to find something, say in science and math, I could click on that, and that's going to filter in only the science and math articles that are put on Newsela. So when I find one, here's one on inventors and scientists on Ben Franklin. So maybe I want to read that article. I'll click on the article and I can read the article. Now, what I want to show you very quickly is the stuff that's over here on the side, okay? The stuff over here on the side, you have reading levels, okay? And I'm going to have reading levels up on the board where I want you to kind of hit in your target. For most of you, for third graders, for instance, are probably going to click the lower, unless you're a very, very good reader, and you might want to click up the next level higher. Fourth graders are probably going to still be in kind of one of these two areas. You're going to have to kind of decide on your own. So the lower the number, the easier the reading. So just remember that. The lower the number, the easier reading. And so what I want you to watch this. So right now this is on a level 710 Lexile reading level. If I was going to click on the 580, which is a little bit easier, it actually changes these words. So watch again. Look in here while I click, and you're going to see that these words are actually going to change. And so what it does is it takes different vocabulary words, usually a little bit easier ones for the lower Lexile reading, so that the reading then becomes easier. So This should make it so that you can easily read the article without hopefully getting frustrated by finding a whole bunch of words that are not in your vocabulary or are a little bit hard to sound out. So remember that as you're reading. I've got one last thing to say, and then I'm going to turn you loose. After you are done, there are a couple things over here, a write and a quiz. I'm not going to have you do that because I have no way of checking that. So instead, you're going to go back to Classroom and then type in the answer on the question I have there, which is, what did you read about today? And I'll have a little sample format for you to follow. So you're going to have to tell me about what you read and one interesting fact from the article. So with that, I'm going to be all finished. I'm going to turn it off to you. You guys can have at this. If you have any questions or you're having any troubles, make sure you raise your hand and I'll come over and I'll help.